Hello, and welcome to the Shopping Cues channel where products and services are evaluated and analyzed. In today's video, we'll be looking at canning and jarring, and thank you for coming to watch today's video. And in this video, it's about storing food for longer, vegetables, pickled fruits, and jellies. And this is an ebook. I've included the link in the pinned comments and also in the description and in some cases in the bio. So please feel free to check it out. And the information that they have in terms of the contents of the ebook, there's canning fruits and vegetables, canning, procedure of canning fruits, altitude table, water bath, fruit and tomato recipes, timetable for fruits and tomatoes, scorecard for fruits and tomatoes, procedure for canning vegetables, operation of pressure canner, altitude table, pressure canning, vegetable recipes, timetable for canning vegetables, scorecard for vegetables, and they also have Q&As, which is question and answers, and they also have pickles and relishes. Under pickles and relishes, they have types of pickles and relishes, ingredients, equipment, the procedures for safe pickling, pickle and relish recipes, scorecard for pickles and relishes, pickle troubles and what causes them. And then under jams, jellies, and preserves, they have ingredients, equipment, procedure for making jams, jellies, and preserves, jelly recipes, jam recipes, preserves recipes, fruit butter recipes, scorecard for jam, jelly, and preserves, common problems with jam, jelly, and preserves, metric chart, and definition of preservation terms. So just please feel free to check out the site. And if you'd like to go ahead and buy the ebook, that's the information that you're going to get. And then in the introduction, they're saying preserving food is more than an art. It is a science. Scientists and home economists have established that certain procedures are essential for a given food to make it safe as well as retain its color, flavor, texture, and nutrients. Standard recipes are designed with these research findings in mind and, when carefully followed, ensure both a high quality and a safe product. And more information on the food is preserved by using methods that destroy or hinder the growth of microorganisms such as mold, yeast, and bacteria. These organisms may be present in the soil, on the food, in the air, on equipment, and or on work surfaces. There's more information. Yeast, molds, and bacteria must be destroyed during processing to prevent the foods from spoiling. The correct amount of time to process varies with the kind of food. Sufficient heat for a specified length of time kills microorganisms and ensures a safe product. Processing also helps to secure an airtight seal with using closures containing sealing compound. And then more information. Preventing enzymatic changes in food is another concern when preserving food. Enzymes are chemical substances found in all animals and plants. These enzymes aid in the maturing and ripening process. If not destroyed or inactivated, enzymes cause changes in color, flavor, and texture. If not destroyed or inactivated, enzymes cause those changes. And in the canning process, enzymes are destroyed by heat. So this is part of the introduction. And then they also have the temperature of the food explained in detail. And then information on canning. So canning is a process of sterilizing and sealing foods in airtight containers to preserve them. So once you get the ebook, you'll be able to read all that information. And then selecting equipment for canning, it's all there in the ebook. And also canning fruits, selecting the fruit, preparing fruit for canning, and a lot more information. Just feel free, if you decide to buy the ebook, there's all that information there. And they do have a lot of information. They also, their recipes for fruits and tomatoes, preparing and canning fruits, it's all there. There are also tables in terms of the fruit, headspace, pint, quart information. All that good information is there in the ebook, and just a lot in terms of the recipes and the steps that need to be followed. And each different fruits actually have all that accompanying information. Once you decide to buy the ebook, all that information is there. And then there's also information on canning vegetables, selecting vegetables for canning, methods of filling jars, preparing vegetables for canning. They have there's a lot of information in the ebook. The steps are all there. There are tables there with further information, and they've also provided the recipes for the various vegetables too. So please feel free, if you decide to buy the ebook, all that information is in there. And then they also have further information on the timetable for canning vegetables. All that is in a table format. Just feel free, if you decide to buy the ebook, or that you find that information. They also have questions and answers. They have Q&As. So we can look at a few of them here. Like, is it safe to can vegetables without using salt? So there are some resolutions. Yes, salt is not a necessary part of the canning process. Is another question. What is the meaning of the term process? So the resolution is, in canning, processing is the method used in cooking the food to preserve it for vegetables. This is done in a pressure canner. In other words, vegetables are put into jars and processed in a pressure canner. So there are a lot of Q&As that have been provided, and please feel free to check out the link. I've included it in the description, in the pinned comments, and in some cases in the bio. And feel free, once you decide to buy the ebook, all that information is there. And always consult with your physician where